Hello and welcome to the weekly update for Raven's Training Ground. We just wrapped up week 7 of 15 and today is August 6th. This week we had 20 commits from 4 different contributors, which brings our lifetime commits to 164 from 7 contributors, and we are at week 7 of 15, almost the halfway point. This week we had Christian come in and add the missing abilities for Theo and Tristan, added an AI brain component to hold the logic and ability for target selection. He gave the stations their own controllers and started to shift the logic to those stations. And now area of effect attacks are now targeting and working for neighbor units if they're marked area of effect, and they now work for all friendly and enemy attacks. So a lot of great progress there. Thank you so much, Christian. McFunkyPants came in and added a flipbook animation on some ravens and added a raven flock particle effect. We'll see that in just a second. Uraxi came in and added a main menu mute button, and then I went through and added the Tristan character model, the raven character model, the end battle screen, did some iteration on that, and then started to work with Chris on getting the experience system to work on the end screen. So let's pop over to the game here. First I wanted to start with Uraxi, where we can see his mute button. Here we go. I think we can hear that. Yep. So in the settings button, we now have this mute button right here, where it turns it off in the audio mixer, and then you can always turn it back on there. So thank you for that, Uraxi. Next I wanted to go into the Floor Zero so we can see some of these character models that I've been iterating on. We have the Raven. I was pretty happy with how the cloth particle effect came into play here. We also have the Tristan character model with his hair and ponytail type of thing going on. And then we have the Raven with his cape and model and texturing and all that stuff. So I was pretty pleased with how that worked out. So next I wanted to go into the battle sequence so we can sort of see how that is coming together. We're still at a place where we're pressing the space button to accelerate through the different phases. For Christian, he's been working quite a bit on the different components for the different characters. So we have all of these stats that are now their individual little script. We have an AI brain section that acts as a script to sort of help tell what the logic of these different characters are going to be doing. So that is really neat. That is far beyond what I expected this to be. So thank you so much for that, Christian. We have the spacebar is still advancing through things, so that's cool. Everybody has their own little animation. Ignore the UI, that's still a little bit of a work in progress, but you can see McFunkyPants' moon in the background, and we also have his ravens in the background. I might be able to see that. There we go. So you can see their little flying effect over there, and I think I have another one over here. They may need to be raised up just a little bit, but you can see their little wing flap animation, so that is really cool to see, and it adds a lot of life to the level. And then also if you press the V key, that automatically kills all the enemies and it takes you into the experience screen. So if we press V, whoops, maybe, if you press V on the player's turn, there we go. 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Everybody has their own little individual color, and it zooms in on, I think we specifically have it hard-coded into the Danny character model right now, but we are on the victory screen. Each of these pieces have like a level up symbol, so if they level up after the battle, then you can see that there. We also have an area for where we can pick up the spoils from the fight right over here, and then we have this continue button, which will take us back to the overworld. Just like that. So we're very close on finishing up this loop, and then we can continue to improve on the game from there. There we go. There's another version of those ravens. So a lot of neat stuff happening, a lot of cool things in the works. And in the next week, I'm going to try to finish up the character models, finish up that experience system. We're going to have a little bit of sound effects coming in. We're going to transition cleaner from the battle into the overworld, and then from the overworld into the battle. And then we also are going to get some procedural generation. We'll build another couple more weeks into the battle system aspect of it, but we still have plenty of room for programming and art and UI and sound effects and writing. So there's still lots of ways to get involved, but that is what we have for this week.